Hello and welcome back to another episode of how-to videos by Crafty Christie's Creations. Today I'm going to show you how to put together this Elf DIY holiday card set. So this is what your card is going to look like. You've got the elf on the front there with the sequence on there. And then on the inside it says, "Merry Christmas, you cotton-headed ninny muggins," which is a reference to the Elf movie. So your kit is going to come and it looks like this, comes in a box. And inside you will have all the supplies to make 5 cards, envelopes included. The only thing that you will need to supply yourself is glue. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how we put this together. Okay, so let's see if I set that there. So like I said, in your kit, this is, I'm going to show you kind of everything. This is what comes to make one. You get your envelope. This part here is your card base. You've got your little feet. There's all your silver and gold sequins. You've got your left foot and your right foot, and then the bottom part, and then this is the inside pieces that go together. Okay? So we'll go ahead and work on the front of our card first. So in order to do this, what I like to do is just kind of line everything up on my card first and just see how it's going to look. See if I can zoom in. Is that too far? Oh, that might be too much. Zoom back out. Okay, sorry. Okay, so I just kind of start by lining everything up here. So I have an idea of what it's going to look like. I like to put this piece here all the way to the very top of my card. But as you can see here, your red pieces are actually going to lay underneath the green pieces. So I just do this to kind of get an idea of where everything's going to be. And then I like to make mine so that it's a red piece here that goes next to the green instead of a white space. Just a personal preference. When you make them, you do them how you want. So this gives me a good reference point as to where everything's going to be. Just kind of gives me an idea. So I'm going to go ahead and take the feet out of here. And I'm going to also remove that piece. And this just gives me a rough estimate of where things are going to be. So I'm using some Tombow liquid glue, but any kind of glue would work. Glue stick, Elmer's glue, all of it works just fine. The key is to just not put too much glue on there, okay? So I'm just gonna put a little dot of glue on all of these little pieces. Now with the liquid glue, you especially don't need a lot because as you press it down onto the paper, it is going to spread itself out. I've got that on there and I'm just kind of lining it up with that one as a reference. And then I'm just going to press down. If any, yay, liquid glue is forgiving, so you can just put it back in place. If you have any glue that is sticking through, you can just kind of wipe it away with your finger. Boy, I made a mess of this one. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and do the other one the same thing. Just putting little dots of glue or like a little line of glue. If you are using a glue stick, you may want to really cover this in glue. So as you can see there, I just did like a really thin line of glue on there. And I'm just going to line that up. Press the pieces down. Okay. And I've got my body piece here. Again, I'm just going to kind of outline this in glue. Just a little bit, not a whole lot. And I like to line this top piece up flush with the top of my card. All that jingling you hear is my dog in the background. She likes to come hang out with me in the craft room, see what I'm doing. Okay, so I've got that glued down. Next, there are the feet. Again, just kind of giving it a little outline. Now with the feet, you can put glue up all the way up to here. For me, it's not that big of a deal. You know, you can kind of just put very tiny drips up there if you want. If they stick up off the paper a little bit, it'll be fine. Just be careful when you stick it in the envelope that those pieces don't get caught. And like I said, I like to line mine up so that there's no white showing between the shoe and the end of the leg. And then I'm just going to press that down. And then the other shoe. So I've got some extra glue here at the bottom. I'm just going to take my finger and try to wipe all that extra away. All right, so there's that. Next thing we're going to do are the sequins. So here's the thing about these sequins. Let's see if you can see this. So there's like a side that puffs up, and then if you flip it over, there's a side that's more kind of facing down. I'm sorry, I know this is really blurry. So anyways, I want the part, see how here it's flat on my finger? The part that has the most flatness, that's what I'm going to glue. So I'm going to glue it just like that onto my paper and let the little ribs stick up. The easiest way I have found to do this is just to put little dots of glue on your paper and then just to stick the sequence in that. If you are using a glue stick, perhaps just, I would put the glue on the back of your sequin. And I'm just putting all my little dots of glue on here. So we're gonna put the gold ones up top. You've got 3 gold and 2 silver. So I'm putting my gold ones up here. And they are gonna stick up a little bit because I'm sticking them to the edge of the green, kind of right where the green meets the white. So they will stick up a little, and just give them a little bit of time to dry. If they fall off, just try it again. Put a little more glue down. These ones would also be good if you have like little glue dots at home. That would work well to keep these down. Or hot glue even might work a little better. Okay, so I'm gonna set that down aside and let that dry, and then we're gonna work on the inside. So we've got our 2 layers that are gonna go on the inside of the card. I'm gonna go ahead and adhere these together first. Just a light layer of glue. I kind of like to go around and then just make a little swirl. Just a very light layer. If you put too much glue on here, it will show through to your other side of your paper and you'll get little bumps. So you want to be careful with that. And then just center that inside the red best you can, and then press it down. You'll notice here you still have room. You could write your own sentiment, sign your name. And then the last step, just get the little dirt off of here. The last step, we are going to adhere this piece into the inside. So you've got your little line here that kind of divides your pieces of paper. So I'm going to again put glue on the back of this. So the mistake I've made more than once in the past make sure that your writing is facing the correct direction before you glue it down. It's always a bummer when you get to the end of your card and you realize you put it upside down. And then I'm just going to line this up here and try to center it up as best I can inside the card. Glue that down. All right, there you have it. That's how we're going to make these elf cards in the DIY kit. That took us about, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes. So they'll be quick. These cards are great. It makes a great set to give as a gift or to purchase yourself and then send the cards out as part of your Christmas gift. All right, there you have it. Thanks for watching another episode of Crafty Kristy's Creations how-to videos. Until next time, with love, Crafty Kristy.